Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of top Liberty coins, their history, their mystery, and their current market value that continues to shock collectors around the globe. When people hear the term Liberty coin, they often think of classic American designs that feature Lady Liberty, a powerful symbol of freedom and strength. These coins were minted in different eras, each carrying its own story, rarity, and value. Some of the most famous Liberty coins include the Liberty Head Nickel, the Walking Liberty Half Dollar, and the Morgan Silver Dollar. Each one of these coins has become a legend in the collector's world. Now let's go back in time. The Liberty coin design started appearing in the 18th and 19th centuries, representing a young nation building its identity. Lady Liberty was not just an image. She was a message. A message of independence, hope, and power. Early coins were minted with limited technology, and that is exactly what makes some of them incredibly rare today. Fast forward to the late 20th century, including around 1981. While 1981 itself was not a year known for extremely rare Liberty coin releases, something interesting happened in the coin market. During that time, collectors began to seriously recognize the hidden value of older Liberty coins. Prices started rising, auctions became competitive, and suddenly coins that once circulated in everyday pockets became high-value collectibles. Let's talk about value. Some Liberty coins today are worth a few dollars, while others have sold for mind-blowing amounts. There are rare cases where specific Liberty coins have reached values close to or even beyond hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on their condition, rarity, mint mark, and historical significance. The figure you mentioned, $787,976.44, reflects the kind of astonishing price that only the rarest and most perfect examples can achieve in auctions. But what makes a Liberty coin so valuable? First, rarity. If only a few coins were minted or survived over time, collectors will compete aggressively to own one. Second, condition. A coin that looks almost brand new, even after decades or centuries, is extremely valuable. Grading systems like MS-65 or MS-70 can make a massive difference in price. Third, historical importance. Coins connected to important periods, design changes, or minting errors often become highly desirable. Fourth, demand. When more collectors want a specific coin, the price naturally goes up. One of the most interesting aspects of Liberty coins is the possibility of hidden treasures. Many people still find valuable coins in old collections, inherited boxes, or even pocket change. Imagine discovering that a simple-looking coin you own is actually worth thousands. That's what keeps collectors excited every single day. The current market for Liberty coins is stronger than ever. Online auctions, collector communities, and global interest have pushed prices higher. Coins are no longer just for historians. They are now considered an investment. Just like gold or stocks, rare coins can increase in value over time. Collectors today are constantly searching for specific features. Mint marks like S for San Francisco or D for Denver can change the value dramatically. Small details like double strikes, off-center designs, or printing errors can turn an ordinary coin into a rare masterpiece. Another important factor is silver and gold content. Many Liberty coins were made from precious metals, which already gives them intrinsic value. When you combine that with rarity, the result can be extraordinary prices. Let's imagine a scenario. Someone finds an old Liberty coin from decades ago, maybe even inherited from a grandparent. At first, it seems like just an old coin. But after careful inspection, it turns out to be a rare mint version in excellent condition. That single coin could change everything. This is why experts always recommend checking your coins carefully. Look at the year, the mint mark, the condition, and even small details you might ignore at first. Sometimes the smallest detail makes the biggest difference. The story of Liberty coins is not just about money. It's about history, art, and legacy. Each coin carries the craftsmanship of its time, the economic story of its era, and the journey it has taken through countless hands. Even today, collectors and investors are entering this market. Some are beginners, while others are professionals who spend years studying coins. The excitement never fades because there is always the possibility of discovering something rare. If you are thinking about starting your own collection, Liberty coins are a perfect place to begin. They are iconic, widely recognized, and full of potential value. Start small, learn the basics, and gradually build your knowledge, and remember, the coin market is always changing. Prices go up and down depending on demand, global economy, and collector trends. What might seem average today could become extremely valuable tomorrow. So the next time you see an old coin, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. Because you never know, you might be holding a hidden treasure worth thousands or even close to that unbelievable figure of $787,976.44. This is the beauty of coin collecting. Small objects, massive value, and endless stories waiting to be discovered. Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of rare coins, Top Liberty coins, their mysterious past, their connection to the year 1981, and how some of these pieces have reached astonishing market values, even figures like $787,976.45. Welcome to Coins, where every coin has a story, and some stories can change your life. Let's begin by understanding what makes Liberty coins so special. The word liberty is not just a design. It represents freedom, identity, and the spirit of a nation. Many coins minted in the United States feature Lady Liberty, a symbolic figure that has appeared in different forms over the years. From flowing hair to seated figures, to the iconic walking design, Liberty coins are among the most collected and admired coins in the world, but not all Liberty coins are equal. Some are common, worth only their metal value. Others are extremely rare, with prices that can shock even experienced collectors. Now here's where things get interesting. The year 1981 itself is not widely known for classic Liberty coin production in the traditional sense, because many of the famous Liberty designs were minted much earlier. However, coins connected to this era, including commemoratives, bullion coins, and misidentified Liberty pieces, have created confusion and opportunity. In the market, collectors often come across coins labeled or believed to be from 1981 with Liberty imagery, and sometimes these coins are misunderstood. This misunderstanding can either lead to overpricing or, in rare cases, hidden treasure. The real value of a Liberty coin depends on several key factors. First, rarity. If only a few coins exist, the demand naturally increases. Coins that were minted in limited numbers or have survived in very low quantities can reach extremely high prices. Second, condition. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin in mint state, meaning it has no visible wear and retains its original shine, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of times more than the same coin in worn condition. Third, historical significance. Coins tied to important periods, design changes, or unique minting stories tend to attract serious collectors. And fourth, errors. Yes, mistakes can be incredibly valuable. A coin struck incorrectly, with misalignment, double images, or missing elements, can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Now let's talk about that eye-catching figure, $787,976.45. Values like this are not typical for just any Liberty coin. Prices reaching into hundreds of thousands usually belong to extremely rare pieces, often auctioned through major houses where collectors compete intensely. These could include early Liberty designs, special mint errors, or coins with unique provenance, meaning they were once owned by famous collectors. So how does this connect back to coins people might have today? Here's the truth that many people don't realize. Valuable coins are not always locked away in museums. Sometimes they are sitting in old collections, drawers, or inherited boxes. A coin that looks ordinary could actually be a rare variant. For example, a Liberty coin with a slightly different date spacing, a small mint mark, or a subtle design variation can make a huge difference in value. Many collectors spend years studying these details. Another important point is authentication. The market is full of replicas, altered coins, and misidentified pieces. That's why professional grading services play a crucial role. They examine coins under magnification, verify authenticity, and assign a grade that directly impacts value. Without proper authentication, even a genuine rare coin might not reach its full market potential. Now imagine this scenario: you find a coin that appears to have Liberty on it. The date might be unclear, or maybe it looks like 1981. At first, it seems like nothing special. But after closer inspection, you notice unusual details. Maybe the strike is off. Maybe the design doesn't match common references. This is where curiosity turns into discovery. Many high-value coins were discovered by ordinary people who simply paid attention. The coin market today is stronger than ever. Online auctions, collector communities, and global demand have pushed prices higher, especially for rare Liberty designs. Coins that once sold for a few $1,000s decades ago are now reaching six-figure prices. But the market is also complex. Prices can fluctuate based on trends, collector interest, and economic conditions. A coin valued at hundreds of thousands today may rise even further tomorrow, or stabilize depending on demand. That's why knowledge is your greatest asset. Understanding the difference between a common Liberty coin and a rare one can mean the difference between a few dollars and a life-changing amount. Let's also talk about design evolution. Liberty has appeared in many forms across different coins. Early designs showed a youthful face with flowing hair. Later, the seated Liberty became popular, symbolizing stability. Then came the walking Liberty, one of the most beautiful designs ever created, showing movement and hope. Each design period has its own rare coins, and collectors often specialize in specific types. Now coming back to the idea of 1981. While classic Liberty coins were not newly introduced in that year, the connection often comes from confusion with bullion coins or misread dates. Some people mistake older coins with worn dates as 1981, while others believe certain commemorative or modern issues carry the same historical weight. This confusion sometimes leads to exaggerated claims about value, but here's the key takeaway: not every coin claimed to be worth hundreds of thousands actually is. However, some truly are. And those are the ones collectors dream about finding. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable Liberty coin? Start by examining it carefully. Look at the date, the mint mark, and the overall condition. Compare it with verified images from trusted sources. Avoid cleaning the coin, because cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Next, consider professional grading. This step can confirm authenticity and give your coin a recognized value in the market. And finally, stay informed. The world of coins is always evolving. New discoveries are made, records are broken, and hidden treasures continue to surface. At Coins, we explore these stories, uncover secrets, and help you understand what might be hiding in your collection, because sometimes, the smallest object can carry the biggest value. And who knows, the next time you look at a coin, you might not just see metal, you might see history, you might see rarity, you might see opportunity. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about and often misunderstood coins in circulation and collections, the 1983 Liberty coin. There is a lot of hype, a lot of confusion, and even some wild claims about values reaching hundreds of thousands or more. So in this detailed journey, we're going to uncover the truth, the history, the real market value, and the rare situations where this coin could actually be worth serious money. First, let's set the stage. The year 1983 was a very important time in coin production in the United States. During this period, the minting process had already shifted away from copper-based compositions to zinc cores with a thin copper plating. This change happened because of rising metal costs. That means coins from around this time are not only historically important but also technically unique compared to earlier issues. Now let's focus on the 1983 D coin. The letter D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major minting facilities. Coins from Denver are extremely common in general circulation, which is why most 1983 D coins you find are not rare by default. Millions upon millions were produced, and that immediately tells us something important. Rarity is what drives value, not just age, but here's where things start getting interesting. Not all 1983 D coins are the same. While the majority are worth only their face value or slightly more, certain varieties and errors can dramatically increase their worth. This is where collectors get excited and where you might get lucky. One of the most famous and valuable variations linked to 1983 coins is the double die error. This happens when the coin design is accidentally stamped twice in slightly different positions. When this occurs, you may notice doubling in the letters, numbers, or Liberty design elements. If you ever come across a strong double die version, you could be looking at a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A coin that has been used in everyday transactions is called circulated. These coins usually show wear, scratches, and dullness. On the other hand, uncirculated coins, especially those graded highly by professional grading services, can command significantly higher prices. A 1983 D coin in pristine condition with a high mint state grade can be worth far more than the average example. Now let's address the big claim that some of these coins are worth massive amounts like hundreds of thousands or even close to $1 million. This is where we need to be very clear and realistic. A standard 1983 D coin in normal condition is not worth that kind of money. However, in extremely rare cases where a coin has a major mint error, exceptional preservation, and strong collector demand, prices can rise dramatically. But those are once-in-a-lifetime discoveries, not something you'll find in every handful of change. There is also another angle to consider. Some collectors and sellers online exaggerate coin values to attract attention. You might see listings claiming outrageous prices, but that doesn't mean the coin actually sells for that amount. Real market value is determined by completed sales, not asking prices. So what is the realistic value of a 1983 D Liberty coin today? In circulated condition, it's typically worth just its face value. In uncirculated condition, it might be worth a few dollars. If it's in excellent condition with strong luster and no visible damage, the value can increase to tens of dollars. And if you find a rare error or a top-graded specimen, then you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another important factor is authentication. If you believe you have a rare version of this coin, it's essential to have it checked by a professional grading service. They can verify whether the coin is genuine, identify any errors, and assign a grade that determines its market value. Without proper authentication, it's very difficult to sell a coin at a high price. Let's talk about why collectors love Liberty coins in general. The concept of liberty is deeply tied to American history and identity. Coins featuring Liberty designs have always attracted attention because they represent freedom, independence, and national pride. Even modern coins that carry elements of Liberty continue this tradition, making them desirable to collectors around the world. Now imagine the thrill of finding a rare coin in your everyday life. Maybe it's in your pocket, a jar at home, or change from a shop. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You never know when something valuable might appear right in front of you, but patience and knowledge are key. The more you learn about coins, the better your chances of identifying something special. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, and the overall condition. Use a magnifying glass if needed. Small details can make a huge difference in value. There's also the emotional side of collecting. Coins are not just pieces of metal. They are pieces of history. Each coin has passed through countless hands, witnessed different moments in time, and carries a story that connects the past to the present. Holding a coin from 1983 is like holding a small piece of that era. For beginners, the 1983 D coin is a great starting point. It's easy to find, affordable, and offers a chance to learn about mint marks, errors, and grading. As you build your collection, you'll start to notice differences and develop an eye for valuable pieces. Let's not forget the role of the market. Coin values can change over time depending on demand, economic conditions, and collector interest. What might be worth a few dollars today could be worth more in the future if demand increases. That's why some people treat coin collecting not just as a hobby but also as an investment. However, it's important to approach it wisely. Don't rely on hype or unrealistic claims. Focus on verified information, learn from experienced collectors, and always double-check before making any big decisions. If you're serious about finding valuable coins, start building a routine. Check your change regularly. Visit local coin shops. Join online communities. Watch auctions and see what coins actually sell for. The more involved you are, the better your understanding will become. And remember, even if you don't find a coin worth thousands, the journey itself is rewarding. The knowledge you gain, the excitement of discovery, and the connection to history make coin collecting a truly unique experience. So next time you come across a 1983 D Liberty coin, don't just ignore it. Take a closer look. It might be common, or it might be something special waiting to be discovered. This is Coins, where every coin has a story and every story could be worth more than you think. Stay curious, keep searching, and who knows, your next coin could change everything. Today's story is something truly special, something that might already be sitting quietly in your pocket, your drawer, or your old collection without you even realizing its power. We are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and talked about coins in the collecting world, the legendary Liberty coin. Not just any Liberty coin, but the kind that collectors dream about, the kind that has shocked the market, the kind that has been rumored to reach astonishing values like $787,976.45. Imagine holding a coin that looks ordinary at first glance. A simple design, a familiar face, something you may have seen many times before. But what if that very coin carries a hidden story, a rare minting detail, or a historical significance that transforms it into a fortune? That is exactly what makes Liberty coins so exciting. They are not just pieces of metal. They are pieces of history, symbols of freedom, and in some cases, keys to life-changing wealth. Let's go back in time for a moment. Liberty coins were introduced in the United States as a representation of freedom and national pride. The image of Lady Liberty became an iconic symbol, appearing on many coins over decades. Each design variation tells a story about the era it was created in. From economic struggles to periods of growth, these coins silently witnessed history unfold. Now here is where things get truly interesting. Not all Liberty coins are equal. Some were minted in large quantities, making them common and easy to find. But others were produced in limited numbers, or with rare minting errors, or under special conditions that make them extremely valuable today. These rare variations are what collectors chase, what auctions highlight, and what can turn a simple coin into a treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. You might be wondering, what about the year 1997? Can a modern coin really hold such incredible value? The answer is yes, but only under very specific conditions. Most coins from 1997 are common and worth only their face value. However, certain rare mint errors, unusual strikes, or unique characteristics can make a 1997 coin stand out dramatically. These errors could include double strikes, off-center designs, missing elements, or unusual metal compositions. Collectors pay close attention to these details. A tiny difference that most people would ignore can be the very reason a coin becomes incredibly valuable. That is why examining your coins carefully is so important. What looks like a flaw to one person might actually be a rare feature to a collector. The current market for Liberty coins is stronger than ever. Coin collecting has grown rapidly, with more people joining the hobby and more investors recognizing coins as valuable assets. Auctions are seeing record-breaking prices, and rare Liberty coins are often at the center of this excitement. The value of a coin depends on several factors including rarity, condition, demand, and historical significance. Condition is one of the most important aspects. A coin that has been well preserved, with clear details and minimal wear, can be worth significantly more than the same coin in poor condition. Grading systems are used to determine the quality of a coin, and even a small difference in grade can mean a huge difference in value. Now let's talk about the idea of a Liberty coin reaching a value like $787,976.45. While this is an extremely high number, it is not impossible in the world of rare coins. Some Liberty coins have indeed sold for massive amounts due to their rarity and historical importance. These are usually coins with unique backgrounds, such as limited mint runs, rare errors, or connections to important events. Stories like these are what make coin collecting so exciting. Imagine discovering that a coin you've had for years is actually worth a fortune. It has happened before, and it can happen again. That is why collectors always say, never ignore your coins. Always take a closer look. Another important factor is the mint mark. Coins are produced in different locations, and each location uses a specific mark. Some mint marks are much rarer than others, and coins with these marks can be highly valuable. Checking the mint mark on your Liberty coin can give you important clues about its potential worth. Demand also plays a huge role in determining value. When more collectors are searching for a specific coin, its price naturally increases. Liberty coins are among the most popular in the world, which means there is always strong demand for rare pieces. Let's not forget the emotional value as well. For many collectors, Liberty coins are not just about money. They represent history, art, and a connection to the past. Holding one of these coins can feel like holding a piece of time itself. If you are serious about discovering the value of your coins, consider getting them evaluated by professionals. Experts can identify rare features, confirm authenticity, and provide accurate grading. This step can make a huge difference if you are planning to sell or simply want to know what you have. There are also many online marketplaces and auctions where rare Liberty coins are bought and sold. Watching these platforms can give you a better idea of current market trends and prices. You might be surprised to see how much some coins are actually selling for. One thing is certain, the world of Liberty coins is full of surprises. From hidden errors to rare editions, every coin has the potential to tell a unique story. And sometimes, that story comes with an incredible price tag. So next time you come across a coin, don't just ignore it. Take a moment to look closely. Check the year, the design, the mint mark, and any unusual features. You never know what you might find. Stay curious, stay observant, and keep exploring the fascinating world of coins. Because in this world, even the smallest discovery can lead to something extraordinary. This is Coins, bringing you the most exciting stories and secrets from the world of rare coins. Keep watching, because your next coin could change everything.